on the moon. It's made of
Beer.
cheese.
Hello, everyone. How you guys doing tonight? Today, we're from this beautiful world. Welcome to a Beer and Cheese Tuesday. I hope I have everything right on my banner thing there. Just want to welcome the panel. Oh, fucking gotta bring him back up.
I don't know what just happened.
Shit. So I want to welcome these guys to the panel. Of course, we got Bumpy isms. Oh, damn.
And sometimes Tanner.
And sometimes Tanner. Well, he'll figure this out. Here we go. And Tanner.
I don't know what's going on. Cheers, guys.
Oh, you're all right. Cheers to the community whenever y'all pop on in. And we're gonna do a regular beer and cheese today. So hopefully it all works for you guys. And we'll go ahead and start it off with Bumpy. Do the show and tell. Here we go.
Okay. So, my cheese from Kerrygold, I have Swiss Kerrygold. And I probably should have taken this out of its wrapper before, but I think this one should be pretty easy to open. I hope so.
A Kerrygold Swiss. Wow, I've never seen a Swiss from them.
Swiss. Come on, dang it. There we go. Man, they like... It's like the pull here section that just doesn't want to tear. Okay. So, yeah, very interesting.
Whoa.
It's got a
Crazy
new design on it. But yeah, that's the stinky. That's the Swiss there. I'll cut that up. I'm gonna get to it here. And I figured since Kerrygold's kind of like an Irish, well, it is an Irish creamery. Why not bring an Irish beer? So Aurora Brewing Company, they're out of New York. I don't know. King Ferry, New York. I have this Nitro Irish Stout, and it's for fuck's sake. And it says to shake the can and pour hard. Comes in at 5% ABV. So it's a little bit of a bigger ABV than what you'd find in the Guinness Irish Stout. It says to shake. I'm just going to rotate because I'm not going to. Let's go ahead and crack it now and hope it doesn't spray all over the place.
Yeah.
Definitely have that nitro hiss. I don't think it's all going to fit in there, so we'll stop. We'll watch the cascade happen.
Beautiful.
Still not as good of a cascading effect as you get out of the Guinness. But yeah, it has this kind of khaki colored head. It is a black beer. I can't see squat through it. It's got some like deep, like purple cherry kind of colors just down below here. So yeah, that's what I got. I'll start chopping up my cheese as we move on.
All right, dude. Thanks, Bumpy. Cheers.
Nice, Bumpy.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Next is Tanner. Go.
Right. So I actually just remembered I had this in my fridge. I made some pasta the other day. I have for my cheese, I have come on, focus. New York extra sharp cheddar cheese.
Nice.
So this is the Stop and Shout brand. Got some slices cut up. It's a white cheese. It's pretty nice and dry. Got myself some good chunks there, though. Yeah, crack. Looks solid. Looks like a good cheddar. And then for the beer, we have from Bellflower Brewing. I know Bumpy likes these guys.
Mhm.
We have Wild Winds. And this is a double IPA at 8.5% ABV. It says brewed and packaged with love by Bellflower Brewing Company out of Portland, Maine.
All right.
This was canned 1/6/25.
Fresh.
Come
Yeah.
on. There you go. So nice and fresh. Let's pop it open, pour it up. Let me turn this defocus on. That's so annoying. Every time I turn the camera on, I got to turn the defocus on. It's like, why can't it just keep the setting on? I don't understand. Yeah. All right. Oh, talk about splattering. I made a mess. It went all right down my sleeve. Okay, we got our Fox Farm tulip glass.
I really like that glass.
Yeah, it's very nice. Easy golden orange in appearance. Looks really bright on camera. We got this fat 2.5 finger off-white, kind of tight nib over the head on top. Looks really good in this glass.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, double IPA and some New York extra sharp cheddar. Cheers.
Nice.
Cool. All right. Yeah, very nice. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. I gotta get my beer. Just a second. Okay, so doing the same cheese I did 2 weeks ago. I think it was a plain goat cheese. So I'll just show that real quick. From Vermont. Thank God it was still good because it's Vermont goat cheese from Fred Meyer Kroger. And then I'm gonna do it with Saison Dupont. You guys
Nice.
had that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna see if it goes with that. I've never done a saison with the goat before, especially with the I've never done it with a goat. Oh yeah, that sounded great. No, but yeah. So saison, I'll go through this real quick. 6.5%. I didn't think it was that high. I didn't realize that. Product of Belgium, Belgian farmhouse ale, bottled by Brasserie Dupont, Tour, whatever, butchering that, Belgium. And this was canned shit, if I know. I don't know, some weird code. So, all right. So I'll just pour it in this glass, all I had, really. I guess that works. See if I can decant off of the anything at the bottom. The glass holds quite a bit of beer. Oh, no, it's like a 12 ounce. Yeah, so there you go. Nice orange, burnt orange color to it. Somewhat opaque. Can't see through it really. Nice white head. And I poured some of the bottoms over the top on accident. That's all right though. Adds a little extra flavor. Smells great, fresh. So we're gonna see if that works. Let's go ahead and let's get back to Bumpy and see if it works for him. Cheers.
Nice beer, man. Cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Yeah.
All right. So I've been eating the cheese. So I always do. But yeah, let's I'll show you. I cut it a couple different ways. So I got like just thicker blocks. And I also sliced it kind of on the thinner side, like which you might find Swiss cheese sliced for sandwiches, like if you get the singles or something. Anyways, the aromas, it's got that kind of footy smell to it. Yeah, that's the only thing I can say about it. It's got a footy smell, a little toe jam like.
Yummy.
Swiss is a stinky one. Not the most stinky, but it's stinky. Anyways, cheese blocks.
Cheesers.
All right, cheesers, dude.
It's kind of bland up front. Got like a waxiness to it. squeaks, a little squeaky. Flavors, I mean, you get a little bit of that kind of footiness. It's not too sharp. The Kerrygold, there's almost a little bit of like almost like a cheddar, very very slight, but I can kind of see like a little bit of a cheddar type note to it almost. So yeah, this is kind of I'd say out of the Swiss cheese I've had, Kerrygold one is maybe a little more bland, I would say, on the palate. It's just not as funky. Let's just do a thin layer just to see, because sometimes cutting the cheese different has a different effect.
Cheesers.
Mm. So again, it's got kind of a stiffness to it. Like thin slice, it still doesn't like flop.
There you go.
You can bend it. It is kind of flexy. We'll almost keep that shape until you bend it too much. Wow.
Jeez.
That's a
Yeah.
pretty bendy cheese. Yeah, so like wax. But yeah, the flavors on it are pretty light. So as far as Swiss goes, because I've never really been a huge fan of Swiss unless it was on like a chicken sandwich or even just on a regular sandwich is fine. You know, some lettuce, tomato, onion, some ham or whatever. Swiss is good. But I never really cared for it just by itself. But this one, yeah, like I said, it's more tolerable for me because it's a little bit more on the bland side versus like if it tasted exactly like it smelled, like the big toe jam type flavors. That's when I'm kind of like, ah. But anyways, the beer, the head has died down. Yeah, it smells like a roasty coffee. You get a lot of kind of darker malts, kind of a burntness to it. Maybe a touch of like a really dark chocolate. But yeah, lots of kind of roasty coffee type notes. It smells like an Irish stout. Cheers.
Nice. All right, dude. Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Yeah, there's no carbonation. It's nitroed, so it's very smooth, just liquidy, drying, very drying on the finish. Get a little bit of like a plum, like a darker fruit note right up front. Then that kind of roastedness really kicks in, coffee type tones. Back end, it does pack a bitterness. It's very dark malt, bitter. It's got that ashy, burnt type flavor. Yeah. And I'll talk more about it, I guess, later. But it's an Irish stout. Drinks like a lot of other Irish stouts. This one might be maybe just pushing the bitterness a bit far though. It's really ashy burnt. All right, let's eat cheese, drink beer.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
it kind of just cuts out the kind of light fruity note that I get up front. It does seem to almost dial back the bitterness a little bit with eating the cheese and then drinking the beer. But then the bitterness does come back after the cheese has exited the mouth. So let's just drink some beer and then eat the cheese and see what happens that way.
All right.
Cheeses again. Or
Cheers,
cheese
cheers.
beers and shit.
All that shit.
Oh, that shit. Oh God. Excuse me.
Gee, Tanner.
Some PBR.
Mm. All right, that creates a strange flavor. It's like burning a sweaty gym sock in my mouth right now. You just get all that roastedness, that like burnt
Lord.
ashy
That's
from
terrible.
the stout. I mean, it cuts back on the bitterness at least, but yeah, that kind of brings out a little funkiness from the Swiss. Ooh. All right. I guess if you want to have like a big change in flavors, that's the way to do it, is to drink the beer and then eat the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
That was a noticeable change. Some people might like it. Not one of those people. All
You're
right.
just not one. All right. We're good? Okay, cool. Want to make sure? All right. Cheers, dude. Thank Paul. Almost called you Paul. Bumpy. Cheers. Okay.
Here's you.
Comb your hair, Bumpy.
Right. So we'll start off with the cheese. New York extra sharp cheddar cheese. There you go. Focus is working now. Oh yeah. Okay. So like I said, it's pretty dry cheese. It's actually a little crumbly, but it looks nice.
Yeah, it does.
It's not very oily. A little bit to it, but nose on it. Smells pretty good. Definitely a big nuttiness, and it's like butter, very buttery. Slight solidity, but I would say more on the nuttiness for sure. A little bit of maybe like some sweetness as well. Smells pretty good. Let's try it out. Cheesers.
All right,
Cheezers.
cheesers. That's it. It's delicious.
I would say it's a little bit more dry than but there is a nice kind of like buttery aspect to it as well. Also very nutty on the palate. Nice bite to it on the finish. That saltiness definitely comes out. Yeah, as you eat more of it, it starts to get a little bit drier, but it was very nice. It's a very good snacking cheese, I will say. Yeah, not overly dry, but does have a nice sharp bite. The saltiness is building. Maybe like some kind of like caramel kind of sweetness, right? I like it. It's good. It's very, very good. I put this on chicken Alfredo the other day. So it worked out
Nice.
pretty well. Now, the beer. This looks beautiful. I do like the color. I think the camera really does like make it pop because it definitely isn't as bright in person. See, if you kind of bring it back like this, it's kind of what it looks like, and then you bring it up to the light, and it's like, oh,
Yeah. Yes.
Still very effervescent, bubbly nose on this one. Not getting much, to be honest with you. Pineapple. It says pineapple is very prominent. I don't think they list the hops on the can. I'll look it up after. Pineapple, maybe like a slight berry note. Touch of sweetness from the malts, kind of like honey. Biscuity bready, slight hop resin. I mean, for being, what is this, a month old? Month and a week, something like that. Doesn't have that like dank green hop burn to it. But the nose isn't as pungent as I thought it would be. I thought this would jump out of the glass a little bit more. But it smells good. It smells like it's going to be more of a sweeter, juicy New England IPA. Maybe a little bit less of the dank bitterness. Let's drink it. Cheers.
Nice, cheers.
Kung Pai.
All right. Well, the nose was very deceiving because it does have a nice citrusy / floral finish. I wouldn't necessarily say it's bitter, but there is a little bit of an astringency. You get a little bit of the hop resin. I think the sweetness carries throughout. As far as fruit notes, I get like mango and pineapple again. It's kind of giving that like white grape kind of thing going on. Like I said, I don't know what hops are in this, but maybe almost like appley. It's weird.
Well,
It's good though. 8.5% is definitely very well hidden. Mouthfeel is not as thick and viscousy as you would expect for something that looks like this. It's a little bit more on the drinkable side. Carbonation is kind of lackluster. I kind of wish it had a little bit more carbonation. It's as far as the effervescence, it looked like it was going to be really spritzy, but it's kind of light, like lighter side, medium carbonation. I mean, I put back half the glass already, so it's pretty damn drinkable. Let's try. Actually, let's go. Let's fill the glass back up, and then we'll try it with some cheese.
nice.
Yeah, these are really nice. I like these. It's kind of like it's a tulip glass, I guess you can call this, because it's not a tiku. Tikus are a little bit wider. It's like a smaller version of it, like a tiku. All right, let's get ourselves a nice chunk. And losing pieces. Let's go for cheers.
All right, cheers. It is.
Definitely brings out the buttery aspect. Actually makes the cheese like nice and rich and creamy. Kind of cuts through the salinity and the nuttiness, and you get more of like the buttery aspect of the cheese. I do like what it does to the cheese, but as far as the flavor with the beer, it definitely brings out this like slight pithy bitterness into the beer and less tropical. But yeah, I mean, it kind of makes the beer taste a little bit more dank, but then you get a little bit more, like I said, buttery aspect. So overall, I would say that it's a pretty solid pairing so far. I like what it does to the cheese, but as far as muting like the tropical flavors, I'm a little disappointed with that. Excuse me. But it does work nice because this almost has like very little hop resin bitterness. And for being something super fresh, you might want that out of New England. So I guess it does kind of intensify the hop flavor or like the floral part of the hop flavor. But kind of dials back the fruit tone, the fruit flavor. Let's go beer and then cheese.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheese.
Yeah.
So you can tell I'm like a dog chewing peanut butter.
No dogs
Intensifies,
love peanut butter.
intensifies drying. It dries out your palate. Kind of like it. This time it increases the nuttiness in the dry aspect of the cheese, and it's not as buttery, creamy. And it also kind of just drowns out the fruit flavor. This beer, I feel like, is dangerous. It's drinkable and it's tasty, but it's not like a New England that's gonna like punch you in the face. Like a lot of New Englands, you know, they're either like super hop resin dank like fiddlehead, or they're like super juicy tropical aspect. This one is definitely very subdued, kind of, I guess you could say balanced between the two, but a little bit lackluster for something that's like 8.5%. You would expect more out of it. So it's not a bad beer, but it's just I don't know, what was this, $4.59 for a can, which I guess isn't too bad. I still think it's a good beer. It's just not what you would expect out of an Imperial Double IPA, especially something that looks like this, you know. But excuse me. Overall, I think the pairing was pretty solid. We'll see what I think about it next time around. So far, I definitely like the cheese than the beer. So, cheers, guys.
All right. Cheers. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. All right.
Sure.
Yes, me now. All right. So I'm going to do the beer first. Okay. So, Saison de Pont. There you go. I don't really know how old it is, but that's okay. We're going to go on the nose. It's got a bone white head and very good retention. Slight sour, a little bit of a funk. I don't know if that would be, I don't know if that's not really like a Brettanomyces funk. It's more of a, just that like very yeasty, Saison yeast kind of smell. It's got a bit of a, like cider vinegar or something like that. I don't really get much malts or anything. It's the kind of a sour lactic kind of lactic acid kind of approach to this. Very nice there. A little bit of apples, green apple came off of it right now. Vinegar, green apple, like a sweet vinegar, almost like a kombucha. Like an apple kombucha or something. Yeah, I'm not going to go any further with that because it's really all I'm getting. Let's taste it. Cheers.
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 I really like that beer. I can get 16.9 ounce cans of that right down the street from me. It usually has them in the single cooler.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Nice. This is, it's kind of got a fluffy feel from the head. It's got this fluffiness in the mouthfeel. The body's medium light. Medium, I'd say medium. The apple, it's like kind of spices coming through. There's some spices, yeasty, spicy kind of thing coming through. Not like phenolic or anything like that. It just has that, I guess, Belgian, like, or not Belgian. This is French Saison. What is that? Oh, yeah, it's Belgian. Belgian farmhouse sales. Fucking Belgian. It's just got kind of like a spice thing going on, like slight pepper or something, maybe a little white or black pepper, some kind of like spicy pepper. With that apple, slight funk, yeasty funk coming through. Very tolerable though. Although it sounds like it's something you may not like, it's actually pretty good. It's dry in the finish. There is really no alcohol at all present as far as flavor of alcohol or feeling of alcohol. Goes back very nice. There is I'm getting a little bit of cotton candy bubble gum or something. Yeah, sweet or like Belgian candy, sugar candies or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's good. That would be beet sugar. Very fluffy though, and that head is just like totally standing and like getting bigger as it's just mashing against the side of the glass, sticking there like a web. Very good. I haven't had that in a while. That's a really good. You're right. That is a really good beer. I've had it a few times in the past, but that is a nice to return to that one. So I'm gonna do this Vermont regular goat cheese on the nose. It's just it's got that goatiness, goat milk, kind of that more. Hey, farmhouse with farmhouse. There you go. Seems like it might work. Kind of that barnyard, Barney kind of like fresh off the teat of a goat milk kind of thing. Little bit of citrus, a little bit of sour. Other than that, very good. I've had this before, so I don't want to get too into it. For those that saw me do this last, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. That's way too much, Steven. All right, so there you go. It just looks like kind of like a mushy cottage cheese or something. But yeah, let's eat it. Just eat it.
Cheeser.
It's still good. I had it unwrapped. It had a little bit of hard like parts in it I had to cut out, but
Crusties.
Yeah, it's like cottage cheese, but funky and a lot more vibrant in color and flavor. I mean, and just more punchy. It's kind of like it's reminiscent of cottage cheese, though. Just like cottage cheese curds, like the big cottage cheese. I like the large cottage cheese curd. I like those large ones, and I love it with applesauce. This would be good with applesauce. Yeah, but more of a wild kind of untamed kind of taste to it. Barney, farmy, and goat cheesy. And I really like the plain goat cheese because it really brings out that citrusy kind of a lemon, almost like a lemon, like you bit into a night like a lemon straight up. Then adding a little bit of cream to it. What's that? All right. All right. I'm gonna have some goat cheese now and beer.
Eat some cheese.
Beer before cheese. Oh no! All right. It's so creamy and sticky to the mouth. Ooh, the funk with the funk. That's a true funkadelic right there. I could be wearing Paul's hair with this one and dancing some disco with this. That is, I'm sorry, Paul, I'm just kidding. But no, that's really good, actually. That sour goes really good with somewhat of a sour here, but there's a sweetness from the beer that's adding that into the cheese. So in return, the beer adds to the cheese and the cheese adds to the beer. It is really good, actually. Whoa. Like that's something to try for sure. A plain one, a plain goat cheese. That citrus comes out really nice with the sour part of the saison, and it's just saison. But it mixes so perfectly. It's a very great marriage as far as how they work together. The sour is nice with the sour. I love that. And that farmhouse, it reminds me of Willy Wonka when they lick the wall. Raspberries taste like raspberries. Yeah. So let's do saison before cheese.
All right. Saisonis.
Saison.
The funky and the funky. And then we're going to have Jordan come up here. Watch.
And you have ears.
Yeah. It's nice. The sweetness of the beer goes away. It kind of goes both ways. I like it better cheese before beer though. But it does work so well together that the citrusy works with any citrusy that might be in the beer. Any sour that goes with the beer goes, or the cheese goes good with the beer. It's like this great little fucking thing. A girl and guy met each other and they got married. This is it. This is the one. I'm very pleased with this mix. So, boy, I'll have my last thoughts. And there you go. And it's looking good, I tell you. All right, cheers. We're going to go ahead and get our last thoughts going, our scores and all that. And we're going to bring up Bumpy. Cheers. Oh,
Cheers, man.
cheers. Cheers, Tanner. Here, why not? I'll wait till he's ready. You ready? Are you ready, Bumpy? Okay, here we go. All right, cool.
Cooper's running around going,
Oh, no. Okay.
So I do notice it's been a while now, but there's like a little bit of a spicy pepperiness to the Kerrygold Swiss. Having that kind of pepperiness on the palate right now. The Kerrygold Swiss, I would say, I think it's a good one for somebody that's just wants to dip their toes into Swiss. I said it's a little bit more on the blander side. On the palate, it doesn't get as footy. I would land it in like top end good range for the cheese. The Aurora Brewing's For Fook's Sake Nitro Irish Stout. It's decent. I think that I prefer just the Guinness Irish Stout over this one. That just seems to have more of a creamier, like I don't know. It's not as harsh on the palate. This one, just like I said, the bitterness to it's just kind of amped up quite a bit with the darker malts, the burnt ashiness of it. But I'd still land it in like bottom end very good for the brew. As far as the pairing went, I mean, it was okay. I didn't personally care for eating the cheese after drinking the beer. It just kind of really made a weird flavor. But I think it's a flavor that, if you're really into Swiss cheese, you could enjoy. So that could possibly work very well for you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it was an okay night for beer and cheese. So I wanted to, go back and try Swiss again, I guess. I saw the Swiss from Kerrygold. I was like, Kerrygold's awesome.
Totally.
Gotta try a Swiss from them. So, yeah. And that was it.
All right, man. Cool,
Cheers.
man. Yeah, I gotta look for that now. Cheers, dude.
Yeah, I do gotta get this cheese out from under my nose, though. It is
okay.
Weird.
All right, Tanner.
Right. So for the New York sharp cheddar, I have it all bagged up already. It's pretty good. I do like it. I think I want to say that was right around like $4 or $5 for that block. Not too bad. Definitely a really good snack and cheese that would go really well with some Ritz crackers. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it. It's like I said, it's nice and buttery. Good amount of salinity, nice sharp bite. Overall, pretty solid cheddar for sure. A little crumbly. I'd give it probably like in the B+ range, right around like 88, something around there. Definitely a solid cheese, especially for the money. Like I said, good snack and cheese. the Wild Winds Double IPA. I looked it up on Untapped. It says featuring Raquel, Moutier, and Nelson Sauvin. So it actually does have Nelson Sauvin. So kind of nailed it with the friggin' the white grape. Yeah. And I can kind of see that because I feel like Nelson Sauvin is like not really like a super dank hop. So I feel like that makes sense. And then the Raquel Moutier, I'm not really too familiar with those. But yeah, I know the Nelson Sauvin's a little bit more on like the fruity kind of berry and grapey wine like style. So that makes sense why the beer wasn't super like dank hop resin. But overall, 8.5% and being that drinkable, I mean, that beer is definitely a solid like A minus, like 92. And then I would say the pairing worked out pretty well. I would definitely prefer the beer. No, the cheese, then the beer. And I'd give that right in the middle, like at a 90, right at that A minus range. I think it worked out pretty well. Yeah,
Nice.
pretty solid.
Good.
Would I buy this beer again? Definitely, I would. Like I said, it's pretty dangerous. You could definitely put back more than one of these. You know, that 8.5% will definitely catch up to you quick.
Wow. Crazy.
Really nice. For the most part, Bellflower does some pretty good stuff. So,
Where are they out of?
Maine.
Maine, you said that. That's right.
Portland.
Maine.
Portland, Maine.
That's right.
Yeah, that was one of the ones we should have checked out, huh, Bumpy?
I would have loved that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe next year or whenever we can.
Or whenever we do it again. Yeah. For
figure out
sure.
another Maine trip. So,
Yeah.
cheers, guys.
Sounds fun.
Cheers.
All right, dude. Thank you. Cheers. All
Have
right. Yeah, I'm going to Portland Thursday. I'm gonna meet Steven. Yeah, so I'm going with the beer first. I really like this beer. It's one of my favorites. It's a very interesting saison. It's actually very flavorful. It's somewhat sweet. Does have its farmy kind of thing, or barnyardy kind of like feel or texture to it. The nose, the aromas, the body, mouthfeel, everything. 6.5. You don't get anything at all on that. It's yeah, citrusy, somewhat not wild, but does have that yeasty kind of Belgian spice kind of approach to it. Very nice. I can't not give this a higher score just because it's well liked by many as well as myself. I'll give it a. I'm gonna stick it at an. I'll just go 95. I'm not gonna give it 100 like Alex would give it, but I'll go 95 because it's a very very good to excellent beer, in my opinion. So for the style it is. There you go. The cheese is definitely good. Vermont knows what it's all about, and there you go, Vermont Creamery. I really like this cheese. I got them out of Kroger. Go figure. I don't really like the cheeses that you get out, not Kroger, but Fred Meyer. I don't like some of the cheeses that Fred Meyer goes with. They don't have enough variety. Safeway has more variety, but they're more expensive, so I don't go there very often. Plus, I'm in a hurry. But I do want to go down to Tillamook and go down there because that's like an hour and a half south of me. And you can do a tour there and check. It smells like cow fields when you go down there, though. But been there once to pick up a dog. No, a cat. We got a cat. Bought a cat off someone. But this cheese is so good. It's got that kind of that sour, sour lemony citrus, more wild barn kind of goat cheesy thing. I mean, obviously it's goat cheese, but it's just it tastes like it's fresh right off the teat. It's nice and it's nice and neat.
All right, Dr. Seuss.
Fucking rhyming. All right, so I'd give the cheese like a 90, another 95. I like it. I don't think I've had really. I need to try some other goat cheeses to kind of. No, let's stick it at 92 because there's others out there that I'd like to try that are more on the custom side or local. I'd like to try some local stuff. That would be awesome. Because I love goat cheese. I love fucking goat cheese. Cheers, Nikki. Good to see you. All right. Yeah, I love goat cheese quite a bit. I like the honey ones. I like the sweet fruited ones. Very good stuff. But the mixture, cheese before beer would be my best. Would be the one that I like the best. They coincided perfectly with each other. They married perfectly. The sours, the farmy kind of barny rough rusticness of it, of the two blended perfectly. A little bit of sour, a little bit of lemon. The sweetness from the saison kind of went into that cheese and kind of brought that cheese out more. I don't know. It was really interestingly good, and something to definitely try. I hope that one of you guys will try this blend one day. It's something worth trying. I will give the pairing a 97 out of 100 because it deserves it. Not quite 100, but definitely worth it.
Oh, come on, Alex.
Oh, DeGard Brewing. I know. Come on, Alex. DeGard Brewing. Ooh, I like DeGard. They're out of Portland, I think, aren't they? Oh, they're in Tillamook. Fuck, they're in Tillamook. You said that. Wow, I didn't know. I thought they were in Portland. Yeah. So 97 on the blend, but a very good pairing. So I'm very happy and looking forward to drinking the rest of this beer and enjoying it. So, all right, that's what I got. We're gonna get into the shout outs and end this night, this beautiful hour of beer and cheese pairing. All right, let's bring up Bumpy. I'm gonna go big. There we go.
All right. So yeah, for my shout outs and channel promos, just shout out Ginger Yeti road beers. I just subscribed to him today. I thought I already had, but yeah, he is over, I believe, in the Ohio area, but does beer reviews. And on my channel, I also do beer reviews. I put out 3 a week, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. And frozen pizza reviews. That's what Nikki was talking about in the chat. Frozen pizza reviews. So I did drop a video today. And those all go out on Tuesdays. I will have a cauliflower one. I did record a video on it, but since I only put one out once a week, I have a few videos to still go through. But yeah, all my videos drop at 11 a.m. Eastern, and it's pretty much what I got going on right now.
All right, dude. Sounds great. Excellent.
Cooper's
Wonderful.
exhausted himself from coughing.
Cooper's
Anybody?
Oh man, that guy's so fucking cool.
I don't know which way to move.
Oh damn. That's all right. He has such an angry look to his face. He looks disgruntled. All right. Thanks, Bumpy. Cheers, man. All right.
Cheers, Bumpy.
We say cheers a lot on this show, don't we? Jesus.
Cheers.
Yes.
My God, what is this?
All right. Shout outs for me. Look out for more live streams, beer reviews, liquor reviews, all that good stuff. I'm going to try to do some reviews tomorrow because I have tomorrow off, Thursday. So, yeah, we've been doing the Potbelly Pub pretty much all week. Who knows? Maybe we'll do something tomorrow. Or maybe tonight. I don't know. See what happens. Willet Mix, hopefully in the works. And beer trivia in the works as well. Just got to get them together. Wednesdays, I know, is pretty jam-packed. Maybe we'll do something Thursday. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, just look out for more live streams. Like I said, beer reviews, liquor reviews on my channel. And then 2 channels I want to shout out. Definitely check out the Lager Room. These guys go live often. Yeah, they pretty much go live like every other day. But yeah, it's called the Lager Room. It says sports, craft beers, sports, and more. So apparently into sports a lot. But yeah, they're actually live right now. So check them out. And the other one is Hopped Up Beer Review. It's like a group of friends. I think there's like 4 of them. I know it's like 3 or 4 usually, but they're live all the time, and they're always doing like live reviews on beers.
They're live now, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they like constantly are live.
Yeah.
Well, they do live. They do live, like replays as well.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
You can replay lives.
I thought I was watching them doing a live, and I'm sitting there chit chatting in the chat, and nobody's talking to me.
No way.
And then I read that it was a replay. I'm like,
how funny, dude. Okay. That's
yeah,
crazy.
it's called, what is it? Hopped Up TV 24/7 live stream.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
They probably have a bunch of beers that they just put on replay, like Bumpy said. So
Yeah.
But yeah, check those guys out. And
What do you watch time?
yeah, right. Cheers, guys.
All right. Cheers, Tanner, man. Thank you. Thank you. That beer's still looking good. All right.
All right.
It's so vibrant in your light. Yeah. Yeah. So two that I'll shout out today is of course guy Mr. Steven, as Paul calls him, Steven 2 S2 is Northwest Small Batch Brewing. But I don't like to put a number on anyone, so we'll just call him Northwest Small Batch Brewing. But check out his stuff, man. Good stuff. Good education. Very educating. Likes his single malt scotches, and his last one was Smokehead Cherry Bomb. That's a great name. Single malt. I've got to watch that. I need to watch that. And also your rehydrate dry yeast for how to rehydrate dry yeast for brewing. I think it's great that you put a lot of this stuff up for those that, including myself, want to maybe learn about something that they never knew. So it's always good to do that. He does a Thursday short, kind of a brew tip thing, and brews beer once a month. And yeah, just overall good dude. And I'm going to see him Thursday, so Thursday night. But yeah, we might go to, maybe we'll go to Brew House or something like that, or some other place, have some dinner or something. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But and then the next person I want to shout real quick is Rajay Beer Ventures. He's live also right now discussing non-alcoholic beers with Ration Ale Brewing. So that's kind of cool, actually. So go check out Rajay. I think he's in the Cincinnati area or something like that. I think he moved recently, last year or so. But yeah, so other than that, my show, yeah, cheers, Steven. Hell yeah. My show, my stuff, Beer and Cheese Tuesday. Every second week of the month, I do any alcohol and cheese. But we got about at least another 3 weeks before we do that. So we'll be doing a Beer and Cheese Tuesday. Maybe 8 or 8:30, depending on how it goes. East Coast time, 5:30 Pacific, and then All Spun Out is tomorrow at 3:00 mine, 6:00 East Coast, and that is a place where we spin a wheel. We get 3 adjective words, and we go find a beer based on those words, and come back and review the beer. I only want 1 word out of that 3, and that's fine. In fact, mine probably only has 1 word. But yeah, we play a game. You win something at the end of the month, and yeah. So we're already into week 3 of February. So all right. So as far as anything else, I've got some beers going out here soon. I'm doing a pressure fermentation right now of my Schwartz beer. I'm hoping it comes out good. And that's for a contest for the National Homebrewers Competition. I got to submit it by end of April or something like that. And then I've got my New England IPA, 7.9%, 43 IBUs, double New England, and then my Night Stalker, 6%, 63 IBUs, actually turned into more of a black IPA. But I'm going to rebrew that again. We're going to rebrew it because I messed up, ended up adding Carafa 3 instead of the special roast that I really wanted to add because I forgot I bought it. And it was sitting in my fucking house, and I should have thought more. But that's all right. I got a black IPA. It's still pretty good. That has Centennial, Cascade, and El Dorado. So nice couple of those are your traditionals. All of them, actually. Yeah, just brewing beer. The next thing I'm going to do is an ordinary bitter and a Vienna lager are in the lineup. And then we got a wheat wine coming after that. All small batches, 5 to 7 gallons. And there you go. So that's all I got. Cheers. I'm going to bring everything back up to normal. And just want to say thanks to the community first. Thanks for being here, participating, being part of the show here with us. And checking it out. We really appreciate it. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do to these guys and myself. Yeah, that's all I have. Thank you to the panel here. Thank you very much for being here, Bumpy Isms and East Coast LQ Reviews. Really appreciate you showing up here and doing this with me. So, hell yeah. Love and respect to you all. Thank you so much, Nikki. Good to see you, and cheers. You guys have a good night, day, wherever you're from in this beautiful world. But not after one more.
Cheers.
I love beer. I do.
Love
beer. All right. Cheers.
Cheerio.
Play the intro. Okay, here we go.